Am I the asshole? For saying I'm entitled to food my parents buy? Throwaway account. I'm going to keep this short. I'm in college and living with my parents. My parents had an oops baby. My sister is only 4. They can't afford childcare, so instead of getting a part-time job to help out, I take care of her when they're at work. We got into an argument because they haven't gone grocery shopping and we're running low on food. They used the last of the bread for themselves tonight, and when I brought up what I would eat, we got into an argument. They told me I'm grown and it's not their responsibility to feed me anymore. I told them that's BS and I'm entitled to food because I'm taking care of their kid. They're now calling me an entitled brat and saying if I don't fix my attitude they'll kick me out. I told them go ahead because then they'll be homeless because they can't afford childcare even with both of them working. My relatives are telling me I'm in the wrong because I am an adult and need to grow up. So am I the asshole? Not the asshole. So, you're an adult and need to grow up, but your parents don't? They can either make sure there is food in the house for their kids if there was nothing for you to eat. What did they give your sister? Or one of them can be a stay-at-home parent and watch the child they created irresponsibly so you can get a job and buy your own food. Not the asshole. You're essentially working for them for free. You live with them and are financially reliant on them. You need them to buy food for you to eat. The fact that they don't think that is concerning. Your relatives must be unaware of a non-payment for childcare arrangement, or are just not very smart, I guess. You are not the asshole. They can't really expect you to get a job, go to college, and also care for your 4-year-old sister free of charge. It should be expected that they will still be feeding you given that you live under their roof and they are in essence preventing you from getting a job that actually pays money. Info: was there other food in the house you could eat aside from the bread? Edit: regardless, sounds like this living situation has run its course. You should probably get a job and move out and let them figure out childcare. Unless they're paying for your college. In which case I'd say unfortunately, suck it up and stay there because you won't be able to earn that amount working and going to school. I'm not your responsibility because I'm an adult, then it's not my responsibility to watch your oops because I'm an adult. Not the asshole. If they want you to pay for your own groceries, you will need to get a job. They will need to find childcare for your sister. Not the asshole. They're using you for free childcare, so it's normal of you to expect them to at least feed you. They should grow up and take responsibility. Not the asshole, but I would look for a dorm room and PT job. Move out and enjoy life. Let them faffo. Not the asshole. So, you're providing them with free childcare, and they're not willing to feed you. I promised daycare would be a hell of a lot more expensive, and I'd tell them that. Info: how old are you and how many hours a week do you spend babysitting your sister? See if your college will provide emergency housing for students. Get away from your parents. Also see if your college has a food pantry. The one I work for does. Get food there. You are not the asshole. See what resources you can get from your school and GTFO. Not the asshole. Start planning your exit strategy. Not the asshole. Tell them you'll be an adult and live life away from your parents. Just move out and have them deal with the fallout. They'll realize that some bread is worth less than a babysitter they'll actually have to pay. Not the asshole. What kind of a parents are they? I would make sure that all of my kids have food no matter if they're adults or not. Not the asshole. If you have another place to move, do it. Then you can get a job to pay rent there. Let your parents figure out the mess they made. Not the asshole. They're not allowing you to get a job. I have been in the exact same situation as you are now. My advice is to stop letting them use you as a free babysitter when they clearly aren't appreciative. Go out and get a job. Your sister is not your responsibility, she's theirs. Not being able to afford childcare for the child they knowingly oops baby or not brought into this world is not your problem. If they aren't going to provide for you, don't provide for them. You can't take care of your sister and provide for yourself at the same time. And again, coming from someone who has been through this. Choose yourself. Not the asshole. Based on what you had available to you, I would have gone with peanut butter cereal. If you add a little sugar or jelly, it's pretty good. Would have been better if it was oatmeal, but you make do with what you got. I have also made do with plain white rice. What you do is cook rice porridge. It's basically watered down rice, but flavored. You add salt and pepper and whatever spices are available to you. Bonus if you had stuff like chicken bouillon lying around. TLDR, not the asshole, and learn to cook, and definitely plan on moving out. It'll save you money in the long run. Not the asshole. The only adults in this situation that needs to grow up is your parents. They figure out real fast how much they need you when you leave. Leave, and then they'll see how expensive childcare is. Just head out. Get a dorm at your school if possible. They want to use you as a nursemaid, then they need to provide. They were the irresponsible ones, not you, with poor planning all around. If the rest of the family wants you to grow up, move out, because that is what grown-ups do. Not the asshole. Sounds like it's time to be an adult and get paid for your services. That or move out. You're holding all the cards right now. Depends how you want to play this. I'd fuck off personally and leave them to sort their own shit out. I can't ever imagine not having food in the house for my kids, no matter how old they get. TBH, your parents are a pair of knobs. Not the asshole, they pay you for childcare with room and board. The latter includes food. After all, you're doing this instead of getting a part-time job while you're in college so you could afford to buy your own food. When you graduate and can afford to, I'd move out. Otherwise, guess who will be expected to put their entire life on hold to care for their baby? You. Particularly when they've already threatened to kick you out anyways. Not really sure how you would be the A. You're not getting a job to save them money. I would be cautious, and by that I mean choose a job so you can buy food. Once the kiddo is 5 and goes to kindergarten, they might kick you out. Sorry, your parents can't afford food for you all. Can you get on assistance? Not the asshole. It's so crazy that some parents think their job is done the moment their kid turns 18. So your parents expect you to help out with their accident but can't provide you with basic nourishment. And not only can't provide it, but goes as far as to say it's no longer their responsibility. Not the asshole if that how they feel, to hell with them. Leave and start your own life. Not the asshole, but I would look for a job, and once you get it, when they ask you to babysit, tell them you can't because you have to work to buy food. Sit them down and tell them you can choose between these two things: pay 1,000s to childcare so I can work for my food and necessities, or pay hundreds in meeting those necessities so you can have free childcare. But I will not do both. Not the asshole. The reason you cannot buy your own food is because they're making you taking care of their child. If there's a possibility, look for a part-time job and let them figure out how to take care of your sister. And all those relatives saying you're in the wrong here can take turns to babysit. Not the asshole, they are abusing you. Get out as soon as you can save up enough to leave. BTA, the three of you need to grow up and have an open conversation together about expectations. And you can eat other things in the house, as you noted rice was available. Hate to break it to you, but living on your own with bills to pay includes the groceries and much, much more. Living at home while you finish school is a gift. Tell them you expect to be paid for your childcare from here forward so you can buy your own food. Leave and let them figure it out. Not the asshole. Start looking for a job. If you have to buy your own food, then you need money, right?